Hey everyone, just wanted to give you a quick intro to our new farm. And by our, I mean me and the lovely lady and our boy and grandma Appa. And so I'll show you the surrounding area, which is all, well, at the moment I think it's wheat. So that's not ours. That's the neighbors, big farmers. So this is ours anyway. So a nice little house, as you would expect, pretty standard for this part of the country, Kyrgyzstan. And a few trees, what are they, birch or poplar? I think it might be birch. Anyway, yeah, nice little house. We're not going to go inside because I'm wearing my boots. Just a quick walk around. These dogs aren't ours. They're the previous owner who we've just bought off, but he hasn't quite moved out yet, and we've just it's getting pretty late in spring, so we have to get in and get some work done and get things planted. I'm talking like a real farmer, but actually this is the first time, so we'll see how it goes. So yeah, that's the back of the house. In there is a banya, or it's like a Russian, I don't know, sauna, I guess, kind of thing. Well, not Russian, but Central Asian, this kind of thing, Russian and Central Asian, CIS countries. So yeah, this field here that's plowed and planted. We've got millet and what's the other thing? The missus reckons it's clover. So like cattle feed. I tend to think that it's possibly lucerne, but I didn't get to see the seeds or anything, so I don't know. We'll see what happens. This is the barn. Oh well, barn, I call it a barn, but actually it's an old chicken, like poultry house. So as you can see, it needs some repairs. Don't worry about the wobbly walls. That's just how it is. So yeah, we'll go ahead and repair it after we've got all the planting done. We'll repair it with the old, I guess, mud and horse poo, I think it looks like, and a few rocks in there as well. But yeah, so we're not going to worry about, putting new concrete on it or something. And I want to try something new. So once we've repaired it like the old-fashioned way, or the traditional way with the cow poo and mud, just filled in all the holes so that the timber's not exposed. Yeah, I want to try something new. So instead of putting on paint like this, which obviously has its drawbacks, because water gets in. If you hit it with a rock or something, I don't know how that would happen, but it chips away and doesn't really maintain. So what I was thinking is I'm gonna try out some greenhouse plastic, or like the big black agricultural plastic, and yeah, wrap that back wall in plastic instead of paint, and I can see how that goes. Preferably black, so that the winter sun can kind of maybe help it absorb a bit more heat. Might look a bit odd, but anyway, we'll see how it goes. I think that, and this I haven't spent a summer here yet, so I'm yet to see how hot it is. So maybe the white paint is better than black. Just haven't determined what's the more important season, whether it's winter or the summer, what I have to pay most attention to. Yeah, inside there you probably can't see anything because we're just coming in out of the light, but this is like most of the previous owners stuff, but they're going to take things away. In here, hold on, I'll switch to front camera. Oops, if I can. No, I can't. Anyway, in here I'm going to dig out all of that behind. So it's about I don't know, 2.5 meter by 4-5 meters area. I'm going to dig that out to, I don't know, approximately 6 foot deep, maybe a bit more, and line the walls with rocks and make it you know, structurally sound, and use that as the root cellar, because we definitely need one of those. There's the missus out there chipping out the grass and stuff. So this is how they do it. It's very labor intensive here in Kyrgyzstan. They don't like to, I don't know, I guess this is just how it's done here. You know, I wasn't allowed to have any input into how the garden gets done. This is going to be the kitchen garden, by the way, and if we have excess, well, then we'll sell it, can it, jar it, you know, whatever, so that we can feed our family and maybe help to feed someone else's family. So that will be good. Yeah, so at the moment we're just like clearing out all the grass. The previous owner was kind enough to get a tractor in and a deep ripper, and sort of ripped it up for us. So you can see over there we've got that patch to do today, but over the last couple of days we've done all this with some help from you know, local labor and the brother-in-law and whoever else was around. I think an uncle joined in as well, so thank you very much. Thank you very, very much for the assistance. It will be repaid when you need it. And we'll have a quick look in the barn. So as you can see, it's a pretty long barn. I measured it just by pacing, and it's about 50 meters long. So yeah, I think it's awesome. There's a lot we can do with it. And up top there's you know, quite a lot of airspace. You can see that the roof is made of like wood and the cow poo stuff, like same as the walls. So I guess it must be pretty good for insulation, but I don't know, maybe it's just done that way because more modern materials, you know, weren't forthcoming or available around here. It's kind of still, I don't know, difficult to get your hands on some stuff, building materials and whatnot. It's not like we have a Bunnings just down the road. It's pretty good bazaar there. We can get a lot of you know, tools and things there. But I find one thing is that it's very, very hard to find cordless power tools, which I really would like to get my hands on. So I might have to, you know, get onto AliExpress or something like that. Anyway, here's where the cows. So there's a lot of local dairy industry, like small dairy industry in Kyrgyzstan, and it's great. Like, we drink absolute, you know, fresh milk out of the cow every day. At the moment it's someone else's cow, but you know, just at the local shops everywhere, it's just fresh cow milk, not processed, not homogenized or pasteurized or anything, just full cream, straight into a reused Coke bottle or you know, iced tea bottle, or whatever. You know, they just wash it out, put some milk in it, put it in the shop fridge, and we drink it, and it's great. And you know, I guess when I first got here, maybe I had a bit of tummy bug getting used to it, but now, wow, I drink it by the liter. It's delicious, absolutely delicious. I love my milk. A lot of people probably, you know, out there, whatever, I see people don't like milk. I don't know why. It's yummy. It's good for you. Yeah, so yeah, this is where the cows go. So they just get tethered up to that bar. This is you know, sort of scrape the poo down into here, and then shovel it into a wheelbarrow and take it out. And I've got to, you know, set up the system for composting and whatnot. They don't really do much composting around here. I guess they don't have to. The soil is extremely fertile and always got a lot of moisture. So but yeah, I'd like to mix up some good batch of compost. But yeah, I've got a fair bit of cleaning out to do because this stuff hasn't been used for quite some time. So I'll give this all a really good clean out, you know, freshen it up, make it sanitary and comfortable for for our little dairy cows when we get them. Not quite sure what to get, what kind of cows, what's available around. Just have to get what's locally available. It's not like we have a choice of Friesians or Dexters or I don't know, whatever. Nice Swiss milking cows or something. So yeah, we'll just get whatever the local breed is and treat them good, and yeah, make sure they've got a lot of water and feed, and we'll at least have milk for me enough. Way too much actually. We're probably going to have to sell a bit, but if we've got excess, then I guess I'll get into making cheese, maybe. If I can, might as well try it out. I like cheese. Yeah, so anyway, here it is. This is one room of the barn. This is the cow room. So yeah, I'll set this up to make it, a nice kind of sanitary milking station, and I don't know what I'll put in here. Maybe even put in a cold room at some point, or at least a fridge. We do have power into the barn. You can see a light here, so that's good. That's advantageous. Now the owners put a board up against here. Don't know whether it's to keep something in or something out. I think it might have been just to keep some chickens out. But anyway, so all of this hay, this is like old hay, he says, from when they did have a cow or cows, and they had a go at farming, him and his boys, but just didn't work out. I don't know, maybe they weren't so enthusiastic about it or something. I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm sure they had their reasons, so I won't try to guess what the issues were. We're just going to do the best we can with what we've got, and I think we've got plenty. We've got lots. So yeah, all of this, it's now that it's very old and deteriorated. I think it's probably a couple of years old maybe, so it's no good for cows. So I'm going to use it as mulch for the kitchen garden and compost, because there's miles and miles and miles of free, fresh manure available, like just about in every backyard that has cows. My brother-in-law, he has, I don't know, 6 milking cows, and he's got like, gosh, I don't know, looks like it must be 10 ton of cow poo there, all piled up nicely, just waiting for a truck or us to come and collect it. So yeah, we'll bring that out, and I'll make a big compost pile somewhere. I'm not sure where. I was hoping sort of around this side of the barn, so that we're not having to smell it so much at the house, and also it's close to the hay just there, so it would be a lot easier for me for labor when the time comes to empty out that hay and make a humongous pile of compost. And I'll try to use that for a bit of water heating in the winter. Okay, maybe I can jump this fence because I want to show you something interesting. It's a little natural spring, only a small one, but you know how springs are, they're just constant. So oh, this fence looks terrible. So yeah, got a fair bit of work. Not really, it's not a whole lot of work in putting up a new fence, and anyway, it's doing the job how it is, so not much point to replace it, but maybe later. It's a job for later when we want to make things pretty, yeah, the previous owner deep ripped down into there, but it was too wet at the time. Down in there you can see it's a bit of a depression, so we're going to be planting fruit trees down in there. It was only wet in there because of the natural spring, so I guess the aquifer kind of has its on and off moments, because at the moment it's mostly dried out, and it's been raining for the last couple of days, so bit surprised. But anyway, it's good. It's dried out now. But always plenty of moisture in the ground. So yeah, we won't have to worry about watering trees there, which is very, very advantageous. It's a huge bonus. We just have to put them in the ground, keep an eye on them. You know, if they ever do need water, we can water them, but I don't think they will. Anyway, here is it's just a little gully at the moment, but there is a spring in here somewhere. I'm told that there is a metal pipe sticking out somewhere. What's this? Ooh, froggy. That looks like it could be a spring hole. Anyway, so the plan is, so you can see it's just, you know, there's always water in this little trap here. So it's a nice little spring, and this is where it's got like an overflow, and this is where it's coming down into our patch and filling it up with water. And also over here. So well, this is the spot, yeah. So so what I'll do is I'll when I'm tapping the spring, I'll yeah, trench this out a little bit, let it all drain out, let it dry for a couple of days so that I can see clearly exactly where the spring is, and I'll build put a spring box on it. Well, not a spring box, but yeah, I'll build a little spring box just with the you know, stones and a bit of cement, and run a couple of pipes off that. It's a little bit low, but I'm hoping that there'll be enough pressure behind it just to push it up the hill a bit. It's probably going to end up as about a 1 meter rise to get to the corner of the barn, and from there just gravity feed it down, drip irrigation into the veggie patch. And you can see all the chickens running around and they're having a great time, breeding and whatnot. The roosters have been harassing the hens. Every time I come out, they're chasing them around. But anyway, that's a good thing. Those chickens aren't ours, by the way. Unfortunately, we'd like to, you know, buy them off the previous owner, but seems like he doesn't want to sell them to us. Maybe there is like prized birds or something. Anyhow, that's all right. We'll get our own. So yeah, so we've got a big, you know, big bit already deep ripped there. So I guess I'll start putting trees in there. Yeah, whatever. Doesn't really matter here, I don't think, if you'd rip it or not. But yeah. And what else? Yeah, out to here is planted. Out to here, so you can see the difference. So we've got about, I would say, I don't know, maybe an acre and a half planted with millet and the clover or lucerne, whichever it turns out to be. Anyway, I better get back and help the missus, or I'm going to be in trouble. But I'll keep you guys updated and show the progress as we're going along. One last look at the veggie patch. Oh, lovely. Hi, honey. Good girl. All right, see you guys.